Everyone, and welcome back to the Calvin Tobin Show. I am your host, Calvin Tobin. Today we have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. All right, the second and third round of the Stanley Cup playoffs and the NBA playoffs are coming to a close. And last night, we had two teams advance to the next round. We had the Golden State Warriors and the Edmonton Oilers. And what happened is they both won in 5 games, with the Warriors beating the Dallas Mavericks, advancing to the NBA Finals, and the Edmonton Oilers beating the Calgary Flames to advance to the Western Conference Finals. Now, with these Warriors, they have turned themselves into one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history. And to me, they are in my top 3. And my top 3 are, at number 1 is the 90s Bulls, where they went to 6 NBA Finals and won all 6 in 8 years. Number 2 is the 80s Lakers, where they got 5 chips on 9 appearances in 12 years. And then it's these Warriors, where so far they have gotten now to 6 NBA Finals and have won 3 chips, and potentially a 4th coming within the next 2 weeks for the NBA, for the Golden State Warriors. Now, the biggest question for the Golden State Warriors is actually towards Steph Curry right now, because with these NBA Finals, we are going to see if he has the chance to get his 4th NBA championship. And the question is he going to be a top 10 player if he gets this 4th championship? I say he will. 4 championships on 6 tries in 8 years is unbelievable, especially being the greatest shooter of all time. He is definitely, in my book, going to solidify himself as a top 10 NBA player. Now, with these Warriors, they handled their business last night by beating the Mavericks in this series, game in and game out. And in this game 5, they beat the Dallas Mavericks 120 to 110, making Luka look foolish. Yes, he did have 28 points by the end of the night, but he kind of had to force some of his shots to be able to score and put up points on the scoreboard for his team. But other than that, the Warriors, there's a huge chance that they are going to win this championship, potentially with ease. And why do I say ease? Well, it's only ease if Miami wins. And let me get into Boston for a second. If Boston ends up advancing, the Boston Celtics are going to give the Warriors a run for their money, because they can equal out talent all across the board, from shooting to defense, in every which way, and they can match up with the Warriors. And then this series could go, and very likely will go, 6 or 7 games, and I have that. And that's my prediction with Boston going, because Boston is most likely to win, because Boston is going to play Miami tonight in Game 6 in Boston with a huge, and that's home court advantage for them. And then the way that Boston is playing against Miami right now, there is a very, very high chance that Boston will close tonight and advance to the NBA Finals to take on the Golden State Warriors. Now, the reason it's ease with Miami is because the Warriors are significantly better than the Miami Heat from top to bottom. And the Heat, even though it is going to the NBA Finals, but the way that talent is, and the way they can shoot the ball, and the way that defense is played for the Warriors, that series, in my opinion, would either be a sweep or be won in 5 games. Like, Boston will give a better series, and it will be better games to watch. Now we just got to see and wait and see what happens. Now, last night, Carolina took the series lead 3-2 in beating the Rangers 3-1 to take the series lead. Now, New York did start off strong by keeping up with Carolina, tying at 1 apiece in the first period, and in the second period, it could have been 2-2, but unfortunately, that second goal, it didn't count because of an offsides penalty. If that offsides penalty didn't happen, the score would have been most likely 3-2. But after that second goal did not count, it was not going New York's way whatsoever, and Carolina looked like they knew exactly what was going to happen and when it was going to happen, because they were committing consistent turnovers, and they were constantly in the Rangers zone to put shots on goal to be able to put them more on the board and be able to take that victory. Now, New York didn't exactly go away so easily because their defense was pretty solid. They were able to out-hit the Carolina Hurricanes 31-30. They evened out the block shots at 20 apiece, and they kept the game clean as possible by only committing 2 penalties while capitalizing on one of the 2 penalties that Carolina committed. With the Rangers defense, that's what kept it like a low scoring game with 3-1 loss, unfortunately. But here's the thing: in this series, home ice is the biggest advantage because every single home game has been won by the home team in this series, and New York is going home in Game 6. So there's a very good chance that this series is going 7 games, and that home ice is the biggest advantage in this series. And it looks like right now for the series that home ice is going to be the deciding factor on who wins this series. Now, Denver has all the answers right now, and all they got to do is stay healthy. And what are they doing right now? They are about to sign Nikola Jokic on a superstar level, and Nikola Jokic deserves every dime because now he has won back-to-back MVPs, and this year was obviously deserving. He totally deserved the MVP, because if it was anybody else, I think we could tell that the voting is rigged, because what Nikola Jokic did, he achieved a milestone that no other player in NBA history did, and that is 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 plus assists in one season, and that's the reason why he won the MVP, which is very deserving. Now, with Nikola Jokic getting paid, how much does a center deserve? How much money does a center deserve? How much money does Denver have? And how much money does Nikola Jokic deserve for his playing ability? Denver has all the answers to those questions, and what they're doing right now is they are about to offer Nikola Jokic a 5-year, $260 million supermax contract. And right now, Nikola Jokic is just waiting for them to offer it to him, because we all know when this offer happens, he's going to sign that contract faster than he can dribble the ball. Nikola Jokic, the Joker, he is completely deserving of this money and is a ridiculous player, and I can't wait. And let's see if he can do something that only one other player has done in NBA history. And the last time that it happened was all the way back in the 80s, where Larry Bird won it in 84, 85, and 86. Can Nikola Jokic potentially be the next player to win back-to-back-to-back MVPs? And besides, with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets, these guys are actually championship contenders. Yes, they did get knocked out in the first round, but that's because Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. weren't in the picture. If they were in the picture, they'd be going a lot farther than the first round this year. As long as they can stay healthy, they have a huge shot at being a championship contender. Now we just gotta wait to see all of this unfold and see what's gonna happen. Now, in the baseball world, there were so many teams that did the exact opposite of unfolding. They all folded like a piece of paper. And what happened is the Cincinnati Reds destroyed the Chicago Cubs 20-5. The Boston Red Sox destroyed the Chicago White Sox 16-7. And then the Dodgers destroyed the Arizona Diamondbacks 14-1. 40 total runs were scored just among the three winners in the game. Like, holy crap. That's how you keep baseball fun. Keep it scoring. Keep games like this, because this is what makes it fun. And the crazy part about all three of these games, with these winners, the winners altogether had 10 players get 3 or more RBIs, and 2 of them had 5. Like these games were a scoring entourage. Like, these teams just could not stop scoring, and they were just scoring inning after inning after inning. And this is why this is starting to make baseball really fun again. Constantly getting high-scoring games and constantly making it interesting and always keeping the fans intrigued. And yes, it is fun to watch low-scoring games and to see like who is really going to win. But that's usually when it's like great pitcher against great pitcher, and that's usually the case. But other than that, it's usually high-scoring with either team scoring 4 or more runs based on the pitching. If baseball can continue to do this, baseball is going to continue to be fun again, and it will be for years to come. Guys, for a while, we were getting constant games day after day after day where teams were just not scoring more than 4 runs on either side. And this season has been truly special because we have had at least probably once a day, maybe, where one team is at least scoring 7, 8, or more runs. In baseball, we got to keep this going because everyone loves the epicness of what's going on. Keep the players going. Keep the intensity going, and keep the dramaticness going, because as long as this can happen, baseball will stay fun. All right, that's the end of the Calvin Tobin Show. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any sports media. And please follow me on Instagram at Calvin Tobin Show so you don't miss out on any sports news whatsoever. And I'm out.